listening to The Real with Rachel D on Atlanta's inspirational talk radio, Love 860. Hey everybody, and welcome to The Real with Rachel D. I'm glad you guys decided to join me again this Friday. It's just, we got tons of stuff to talk about. Of course, celebrity news, things that's been going on around town in the media. I'm going to give you some amazing things to get into this weekend. And the craziest things I found on social media, you guys, I have some really, really good things to talk about. Being joined, of course, like always, with my super fabulous co-host, Miss BJ.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
I am excellent.
Girl, finally the weekend, right?
You know what? Let me tell you, this time changed. My days last like 64 hours. I'm so tired.
I know, and it's just weird to be driving. It's 5 o'clock at night, but it looks like it's like 8
o'clock. It's nighttime.
I feel weird being out. You know what I mean?
I'm tired. I'm like a golden girl.
Oh, BJ. But you know what, though? There are some amazing things to get into this weekend. So, if you guys can stand and stay out pretty late, or if you don't have the drags like BJ does through the time change, you're going to enjoy some of the things that we have kind of listed for you guys to get into this weekend. But we're going to get into some topics. BJ, this has been such an eventful week.
Yes, it has.
That we're like, you know what? We don't even have a guest today because we have so much stuff to talk about.
We do.
So it's going to be me and you, and we're going to be joined a little bit later by Tiffany Terrell from Candylicious Gossip.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Something
spicy too, I bet.
All right, so let's get right into it. We're going to start with your homegirl, Miss Rachel Dolezal.
Oh, yes, sister girl.
Did you know that she went on The Real earlier this week?
I did.
And, I have mixed feelings about this interview. Mm-hmm. So, guys, if you had not got a chance to watch it, please go on YouTube. You have to watch it. It's kind of cringeworthy a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, basically, by the end of it, she finally admitted that she was a white woman and that she identified herself as being a black woman.
She is biologically born white. Let's the record show.
But boy, though, she was tap dancing and break dancing around them questions.
I'm talking about, man.
It took a long time.
I mean, and she looked like, they was cracking jokes. She had super stone face.
Oh, yes.
I'm talking about she need whatever her face made with, she need to sell it to Botox because she was not cracking no smiles.
But you know what, though, in the crazy way, this interview made me like her.
Yes.
It did, because one, with everything going on with society now, everybody's so sensitive. People have to issue tons of apologies and retract their statements. But she's like, look, this is who I am. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you said. This is who I am. And she is not yet to take that wig off, show her blonde hair. And, I guess if that's bronzer, whatever's making her skin that tan, she has not stopped being who she is. And exactly. I can't even be mad at it for her.
Go, sister girl.
Who I am mad at, sort of. The ladies of The Real. I'm pretty sure none of you guys will ever hear this. If you do, hi, I love your show. But if you don't, and for all the other viewers, let me just tell you, I just felt like the interview was not conducted professionally.
Right.
It was so judgmental from jump.
I'm telling you, they was cracking jokes.
They were. And I mean, and unfortunately, it was Tamar and Lonnie, black chicks.
Get your life. Get your life.
BJ just spazzing out. Are you having a stroke?
Well, I'm just saying, for somebody to go around talking about get your life, she should have gotten hers by now.
Yes. And the whole thing was just super judgmental, and I just was extremely uncomfortable with it. And I know Lonnie in particular, she just came off as too abrasive.
Yeah.
And it's like, quite honestly, Rachel Dolezal has not done anything negative to anybody. She really hasn't.
No.
And, imitation to me is the sincerest form of flattery. Like, as black women, we're already depicted very negatively in the media as being, we're either gold diggers, we're loud, we're ghetto, we're on welfare, we fight
aggressive, right.
Our weaves. Like, we're so negatively portrayed and falsely portrayed. And then you have a white woman who has the ability to have all the white privileges that comes with that, who wants to be, black. Welcome. I think it's pretty cool.
Hey.
I really do.
Yeah, I agree. They were treating her pretty harsh.
They were. So, The Real, do a little bit better next time. Rachel Dolezal, I didn't really care for you initially, but just kind of watching you conduct yourself and watching the interview, I have to say that I am a supporter. Welcome to the community. Community, girl. All right, so moving on. Y'all remember a couple months ago we talked about this cheating website called Ashley Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So apparently one of the users is suing the website.
Yes. It's interesting because turns out they don't really have as many female subscribers as they initially reported.
Like a sausage fest?
Man. I mean, literally, man. They got, I mean, you have all these men with the hopes of signing on to cheat on their wives, but it turns out there's not that many women to cheat with. They're just pretty much, I mean, the same, they could have paid somebody else to reject them is all I'm saying. Because now they're online hiding this from their family, and it's no women to even cheat with.
Exactly.
So maybe they just paid, maybe the thought of cheating was all they needed, but I mean, it's crazy.
And the sad thing is, like, okay, if you don't know the percentage, it says that AshleyMadison.com said that about 30% of their users were 30% of their users were females, just to find out that only 15% were females.
Yes.
Now, Ashley Madison had had millions of subscribers.
Exactly. 15% of those are females.
Yes.
Child.
They said that the lawsuit, the guy, his name is David Poist. They said that his lawsuit is basically alleging that there's only been 12,000 real women on that site. So basically, you know, they have been probably communicating with guys, pretending to be girls, or, you know, I'm not sure. But here's my thing: you're gonna sue. No, you were caught.
Right.
You were caught, sir.
And don't be upset because out of them 12,000 women, nobody still wanted you and you paid your little $15.99 a month. Go home to your wife, get her $15.99 a month, tell her go on Tinder and find a new man.
Thank you. Exactly.
I mean, I'm just saying, I think a lot of people are upset that they first were outed and then it's not what they expected. But that's kind of what you get when you try to cheat. Just be upfront.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to move on to, you know, I kind of want to shift things around here because you just mentioned something about being outed.
Mm-hmm.
So did you hear, well, you told me about this, the KKK members?
Right, Anonymous. Everyone knows that internet group Anonymous has claimed to out or unhood members of the KKK, causing all kind of controversy online. People don't know if the list that was released is true. They don't know if it's fake because on that list were several politicians, senators, mayors, members of police force. So it's kind of got some people in the country in an uproar and everyone researching the names on this list. So I know in the past Anonymous has unmasked or, you know, put people on Front Street. So I don't know, with everything kind of in the media now, the names are really shocking. If it is true, it's pretty interesting who's on the list.
I would be like, what do you do? You know, like if this list is true and it ended up being your boss or, you know, somebody you work with every day, like what do you do at that point?
Well, I'm going to be honest, if they have not in a way did anything to me or anyone that I know of, I mean, I'm not going to call them out. I'm going to research because, yet again, it's alleged that they are members of the KKK. But at the same time, it would make me look really hard because this group's past history is all of violence. There's been murders, harassment. I would just really think twice about how could you stand or want to be a member of a group that is known for violence or just hatred toward an individual or minorities. So it would really make me just look at who they are as a person and what they believe in. But like I said, as long as they don't treat me wrong.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, when they say when there's smoke, there's fire, you can, you know, they could deny being a KKK member, but the fact, how would your name, out of everybody in the world, how would your name, like,
end up on that list? Right. So they are really, really quickly trying to turn this around. The media deny.
But you know what, though? I hope that they do it. You know, because unfortunately, I don't want, like, what if we found out that the officers who handled Sandra Bland and the ones who shot down Mike Brown and them were KKK members?
Well, it would really, I think it would be a big turnaround as far as how they treat certain cases to see if that's how they feel, that they get a fair shot.
Yeah, absolutely. So I personally, like, I vote for this, and Ricky Smiley votes for this, and hashtag hoods off. That's the hashtag you use to support this.
Right.
Yo, Anonymous, leak it. Hashtag OPKKK, hashtag hoods off. All right, now we're being joined with Miss Tiffany Terrell from Candylicious Gossip. She got some stuff for us to talk about. Girl, what's going on?
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Ready to throw down this weekend?
Yay. So this past weekend we celebrated Halloween. And there were lots of different costumes, especially Jay-Z and Beyonce. What did you guys think about their costumes?
I got Jay-Z's. I wasn't sure about Beyonce's.
Yeah, I liked it. That Coming to America thing. I just woof, woof, walk like a big dog. Woof, woof.
BJ, bark.
I got
Bark
that.
like a dog. Yeah. Bark like a big dog.
What was
Ain't nobody see you
right?
do
Oh,
that.
I'm up here hopping. I'm burning calories now.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tiffany.
But my favorite was Fabulous and his family. They were the Simpsons.
Yes, I saw that.
I didn't see
was
that
really,
one.
really cute.
Yeah, they look really cute.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh, girl was really pulling off that blue hair.
Oh yeah, she did that.
What's her name? Emily? No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Emily.
Yeah, that's her name.
Oh, okay.
So, but also many people, of course, dressed up as favorite celebrities and celebrity couples. One in particular that has struck up controversy with the Huffington Post and ABC was a Alabama teacher by the name of Mr. Heath Morrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard about this. What happened?
So, him and his wife were Kanye and Kim. And they are Caucasian, but he painted his face black.
Shit, I think she stuffed like a pillow in her butt.
Yes, and her, yes.
I mean, and that's fine, her part right here. But the blackface thing, and I heard a lot of people, they were like, God, I mean, Kanye's black, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, if I wouldn't have known that was Kanye.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, you hit the nail on the head. Like, it looked like a guy in blackface, and I wouldn't have been able to tell who the heck that was. And, you know, I know a lot of people are in uproar, but the thing is, you can be a character of a different race without donning blackface.
Exactly.
Right.
You can. Like, I was Coella DeVille. And Coella DeVille is a skinny, pale white woman. And I used the wig. I used the outfit. I did not paint my face white. You don't have to do that.
You don't. And I know a lot of people in response like to say, oh, well, the Wayans brothers was white chicks. Yes, that was a movie. But at the same time, I mean, that was comical on their end. I'm just saying the history of it, I mean, it's just, you know, it's
And the
a
Wayans
bad
brothers,
choice.
they're actors. That was a professional thing because, I mean, in a counterpart for what the Wayans brothers did, Robert Downey Jr. played a black guy in Tropic Thunder.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's acting. That there was a purpose for that.
It's an artistic expression.
But other people, like, I don't know.
But in the White Chicks too, that was a movie. So people didn't know that they were black guys and white. You know, they were supposed to be the white chicks. They were supposed to be the ladies.
Yeah, there was
so
a
of course
purpose
that was a
behind
whole
doing that.
exactly. But with him, and then you know in Alabama, of course, it striked up an uproar. So you know, it's just crazy.
Oh.
That's your place, isn't it?
Halloween, yeah, roll tide. But I just think when it comes to that, you can be yourself and imitate your favorite person without having to put a bunch of crazy makeup on your face.
And then
I agree.
the wife made it even worse.
What she
What
do?
she
One
did?
of her statement was, "Haha, some people thought Heath was really a black man."
No, they didn't.
So
No, they didn't, girl.
that took it to a whole nother level. And then he's a 5th grade teacher.
Right.
You're supposed to be an educator. You are supposed to be an influence, and then this is what you do.
Yeah.
So
And what really upsets me?
what?
That somebody wanted to be Kim Kardashian.
And Kanye West.
Exactly.
I mean, of all the people to be,
You know,
goodness
they
gracious.
ran out of Caitlyn Jenner costumes. That's what it was. But Tiffany, I want you to stick around real quick. We're going to have more hot topics as the hour goes along. But guys, I want to remind you to follow us, support us on social media, on Facebook at The Real with Rachel D, on not Snapchat, not just yet, but on Instagram with The Real with Rachel D, SoundCloud, YouTube, The Real with Rachel D, and follow us on Twitter at Real with Rachel D. So guys, make sure you keep it here. We got some music coming up for you. This is The Weeknd, Can't Feel My Face.
All right, that was The Weeknd with Cannot Feel My Face. When I'm with you, sounds like brother might need like a, root canal or something. Can't feel your face. But then again, so we are back, The Real with Rachel D, and I am Miss BJ, and we are here about to talk about some more hot topics, girl.
I know.
It's been a week.
It has been a week. So here's the story that just keeps giving because, well, you can't help it. It's involving a Kardashian.
Oh.
So Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom, ever since we can call it overdose situation, that they have decided to call off their divorce, and that there were rumors that they were going to be dating and reconciling, but apparently that's not the case. The case is that, she's there to help, but she's still dating NBA player James Harden.
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, that just kind of want to, now I guess I want to kind of ask you guys a question. We're still on air with Tiffany Terrell from Candylicious Gossip. Could you do that? If you were dating somebody, no, let's put it in a different way. If you were dating somebody if you were dating somebody whose ex had a situation like Lamar, and they jumped in to help the way Chloe is. I mean, she stayed at the hospital overnight for days. Would you be comfortable with that?
That's just, he got a cake because he is in the super friend zone. And I mean, I understand that because it was a life or death situation. It's not like he had a flat tire and she came in to help and ended up spending the night because then we're going to have a talk. But it was literally a life or death situation. And I believe truly if they had gotten divorced beforehand and someone else was his medical liaison to handle the situation, she would not be as involved. She'd still be there as a friend, but she would be calling the shots. And it just so happened in this situation, she was calling the shots. Plug this in, give him this medication. She was kind of because she has that right as still his wife. But, yeah, go ahead, take care of him because, I mean, that's not her man. I think it's just a good friendship.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's crazy because, you called off the divorce.
True.
So it's if I'm dating someone, what does that mean to me? It's okay, are you guys trying to reconcile the situation? Or, what's going on? So you calling off divorce and he in the hospital about to have died. I don't care nothing about him about to die. We're together.
I kind of feel the same way. I'm leery about dating guys, and this is from experience, dating guys who are still emotionally attached. You can go see about them, yes. But the fact that you're staying there overnight for days,
Continuously.
You still love that person. So to me, I would be like, you know what, if he comes up out of this, y'all are going to try to get back together because you're showing your love for him. And I wouldn't be comfortable as the other person. And that's just a weird situation to be because it would make you seem very selfish. It's no, don't you go visit your dying, husband technically. That would make you selfish to say that.
Right.
However, you have some people who will take advantage of the situation and then they'll be dating you because you're up and mobile knowing that they're trying to be back with that person. And then that drags you along emotionally.
Yeah.
I would probably, if I was James Harden, I would bow out. I'd be like, look, y'all handle that. And then, I guess we'll see what happens later.
I just got to throw my hats off because Chloe got that Operation Twix going. I mean, y'all heard of Operation Twix?
No.
You eat one now and save one for later.
Okay.
So I'm just saying Lamar is the now and James Harden is the later. Girl, get that Twix. I'm just saying they both NBA players. That money ain't going nowhere. Operation Twix.
But I don't know. But what if you, what if we were Chloe? What would you do if you're married to someone and then you're dating? Well, you're technically still married, and then we're dating another baller. What would you do?
It depends. I had an ex who got, I don't think he listened to the show, but whatever, who got hit in the jaw with a flying golf ball. And I think it broke his jaw or something like that, and he had to go to the hospital. His nosy friends called me and told me immediately. I sure didn't go nowhere. I said, well, if he dies, let me know. And it wasn't an anger thing. It was that's not my place. We're not together anymore.
That's true.
You, just like Lamar, you did what you wanted to do to make me leave. So as much as I care about, your health, I care about everybody I've been with. It's I don't want you to die, but that's just not my position as your past to come running and help you.
Exactly.
So the answer would be no.
You're right, Tiffany. He was in a brothel.
Yeah.
That makes it worse.
$75,000?
Exactly.
That makes it worse.
This is the reason why we're getting a divorce because you can't control yourself, and then I'm going to come and run by your side. I think not. You be laying up in that bed, partner.
Exactly.
I agree. She sat there. She helped him through it. And, I'm not saying she was checking bank statements, but I'm just, I'm just saying he's there. She's going to help him through it. And maybe when they get to a point where he can make, rational medical decisions on his own, maybe they will go ahead and finalize the divorce. But for now,
I don't know. Because he was at a brothel. You're still doing the same behavior.
Exactly.
However, my mom always says, sometimes it takes a significant emotional event to get people to get themselves together.
That's true.
So, and then also they said that, Lamar Odom has possibly experienced brain damage and nerve damage. So he's not going to be the same.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you're less appealing now when you can't fully function here and with your body.
Right.
So it's kind of like you might be forced to be faithful because you might not have no other options right now.
That's true, which is sad because you would definitely want to do it out of the kindness of your heart and not due to a medical condition. So
Exactly. So, we give the best of luck to Chloe and Lamar and James Harden. I don't think that James Harden and Chloe's relationship is going to last. They never really do. But, sometimes you just want to go have fun. Why not? Now, here's a story I definitely agree with. Y'all know how I feel about Raven Simone. I don't really care for Raven Simone. I used to. But, just her comments on The View has just been obscene time and time again.
Yes.
So, apparently, I'm not the only one who feels this way because there has been a petition that's been circulating the internet to get her removed from The View.
Oh, yeah, that change.org. And they got, over 100,000 signatures?
They did.
Wow. I mean, they really want her off. But, if you look at her past, these last few months, she's really been going hard on making these outlandish comments. Watermelon Nidra. Then what was that comment she made before the ghetto name? There was something else she said. Then she got shut down by Ann Curry.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. But you know what? I don't think they're going to let her go.
They're not. ABC is standing behind Raven. What they said, they released a statement saying that we love Raven. She's confident, genuine, and opinionated. All qualities that makes her a great addition to the panel.
Child, that's that drama.
Yeah.
That's that rating.
Well, that's a publicity stunt. So her PR, I know, is like loving her right now because that's, of course, making the ratings of the show go up because of the controversy.
That's so Raven.
That is. All right, so we're going to move on to this controversy. I don't know if you guys heard about Boy George claiming that he slept with Prince.
Boy George, why does that name sound so familiar?
God, did he sing that Camellia song?
Come. Yeah. Okay, from the 80s.
Yeah.
What's he talking? He did what?
Well, they were taping the reality show The Voice.
Yes.
And then in the midst of it, he said that he slept with Prince. What happened was he said it kind of like, oh, darling. They were talking about his, not relationship with Prince, but him working with Prince and everything like that.
Right.
And so he was like, oh, darling, I've slept with him. And so it said his people says he went on to say that he had Prince posters on his wall as a kid. But, he's always been kind of infatuated.
So not physically, just, in a...
Well, here's the thing. No, he
sense.
came out and straight up said that he did it, but now his reps are backtracking saying it was a joke.
It was a joke. Well, people's people call people, and some people ain't worth what they thought they were worth financially, so you have to backtrack.
But I feel like Prince is kind of like Oprah and Beyonce.
Yeah.
And you shut it down.
Oh, yeah, they will come for you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't come for you. Come for me unless you call.
Exactly. So I feel like it could have happened. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know Prince's sexuality, but I mean, I know that he's very fluent, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Oh, yeah. But you don't talk about it
at all.
So yeah, they're backtracking, saying that it was just a joke.
I guess Boy George learned what happens when doves cry. So I'm just saying. Maybe
I
I'm
mean,
just
Prince.
like my mother.
Them pants a little tight now, though, but
all
okay,
right. Y'all are so damn silly. Jesus. All right. Well, let's move real quick to some reality show news.
Okay.
Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I've actually been watching it. I didn't catch up on this week's show. This week's show. But the big controversy was that they had the first gay male couple on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, Miles and Milan.
Yes. So
Eminem.
One is a producer, and I think one is an artist or something like that. So, you see in the show how their relationship plays out because Miles, I think it was, still had a relationship with or was dating like his high school sweetheart.
He wasn't in a relationship with her.
What was
it was they were not really together. She wanted them to be together and he wouldn't fully commit.
Right.
Now he was in a relationship with Milan secretly, but she wanted that relationship, which is why she was hurt. She didn't get what she wanted.
But she didn't know that he was gay, right?
Right.
So that's what. Okay.
That's
Not to
what
be
she
stereotypical, but girl, yes, you did.
Well, when it all came out and she had her dramatic "Give Me an Emmy" Viola Davis moment on the show, she was like, "I knew it. They told me. I knew it."
Did you see her breakdown on that
Yes.
ground? I was like, get your... butt up off that
all
ground.
them elbows and knees hitting the ground. That ponytail, girl, who put that ponytail in?
Girl.
She was.
And then the other lady was consoling her. Your grandma
Child.
them done told you that boy was.
She said, "I know it."
Child.
Everybody
mean-
told me, and I didn't listen to them.
What her Emmy?
Exactly.
Child, she
She
need to play
need
that.
one.
Yes.
And an Oscar.
I mean, that ponytail. Girl. I mean, it was in that whip
But
action.
so what happened was, so Miles and Milan have been together for some years, and
Yes.
now they publicly came out with the show, and they were actually on Wendy Williams, I think last week, All in Love and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this past weekend, they got into a huge fight for Halloween where Miles allegedly punched Mulan in the face, and it was at a Halloween party, and Miles got arrested for it.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute. Did you say years?
Yeah, because didn't he say Mulan was dating Miles for like a couple years?
Yeah, they have been together for a while. Their relationship wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Milan, he was good. Miles was the one he wasn't. I think he just had commitment issues. So,
Yeah.
but that's domestic abuse.
Yeah. So apparently, and then TMZ caught up with Mulan a little bit earlier this week and asked him, is he going to go back? And he was like, he's tired of being abused. So they've duked it out many times, apparently.
See, that's not. I don't care if you're in the spotlight or if you just super in the background. Domestic abuse is not cool in any situation.
It isn't, and it's a shame because they made such. I don't want to say they made a fuss or nothing like that, but they were just so in love like last week, and I guess that's what happens when you live your relationship out in the public eye. You can't have regular fights like regular couples. All right, guys, so make sure that you keep it here to The Real with Rachel D. A quick reminder again to go on all social media sites and support us. We will be back with more hot topics, but coming up is Chris Brown featuring Usher and Rick Ross, New Flame. Welcome back. That was Tyrese Shame. You're listening to The Real with Rachel D, and I am, of course, here with my super fabulous co-host, Mrs. BJ.
Oh yes,
Miss BJ, not Mrs., not just yet.
Miss.
And of course, we're still being joined by the Candylicious gossip, Miss Tiffany Terrell.
Hey.
So like I said, guys, we have so much to talk about. So I came
Yes.
across this very interesting thing. I mean, we're going into the WTH social media part of our show. And I saw this thing posted on social media. I'm going to read it to you guys, and I want you to tell me your opinion. Okay, it says, if abortion is illegal, which it's not, but whatever. If abortion is illegal, then a man leaving a girl who's pregnant should be illegal too. If women can't back out of a pregnancy, neither can men. What are your thoughts on that?
But is
I
he
agree.
The father.
Let's say he is.
Okay, if he's the father, then okay. Yeah, I mean, you got to come to a mutual agreement. But then don't say I don't want it, you want it, and then now I got to pay for it. I'm just speaking for the.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking, do you think that's why the system's so hard on men when it comes to child support? Because it's like men, can dip away from a woman when she's pregnant. It's like, what can you do? Like, you can't tie anybody down or anything like that. Yeah. So as much as they say, oh, the system is on the woman's side, it's like, well, who's on our side when the dude walk away?
Yeah,
Nobody.
Because he can say in the beginning, oh, this will be great. I got your Pampers and bibs and babies don't drink beer. I was about to say beer and bottles. I got you. But then to get here, it's a lot of responsibility. And then he was like, you know what? The game is on and he loud and you crying, so I'll be right back. But then he don't show up for another 27 years. So, I mean, where is your backup? So that's where I guess the system
Because when
comes
they
in.
say mama baby, daddy's maybe, it's true. Because because I know they sleep while that baby is hollering to the top of the line and you getting up. And, so it's just crazy. I think that that's how it should be. Because that gives them, they will think twice than just going to sleep around and giving all these different women pregnant.
That's true.
I definitely think so.
Wasn't there a man who had like 36 kids or something on like Yana?
Yeah.
Save My Life or Fix My Life or Lord Fix Me. Her show.
Let me tell you something. And this right here goes back to the accountability for the women.
Yes.
If you have a baby's father who has 30-something kids, after baby mama number maybe 3, everybody else has lost their mind.
Yeah.
Unless you just really didn't know. If you just came out of nowhere. I don't know how you keep 30-something kids and like 10, 15 baby mamas under wrap.
But aren't they all like in the same vicinity? Like, is he a landlord and just going like 202, hey, want a baby? 203, hey, want a baby? I mean, I'm just saying, but at the same time, he needs to get a procedure done.
Snip, snip, snip.
Right, because there's no way he can afford 36 kids. I mean, from what my friends say, it's hard enough to take care of one.
Yeah.
I mean, I had trouble paying my cell phone bill. So I'm just imagining, a child, a living being that needs to get involved in things. That requires responsibility. And if he's not ready to do it 36 times, then he just needs to take care of his,
And then I think a lot of people think money all the time when it comes to kids, and they don't think emotional, because it's easy. Like, anybody can go and get a decent job, to me, and take care of a kid. But when it comes to that emotional, you got to deal with teachers, parent-teachers conference, and just to actually think of having a healthy child up until an adult. Because imagine, a lot of us are crazy, because I know I ain't got it all, healthy adults, mentally. So it goes far more than money.
It does.
agree.
And, I feel like there's no way to prevent a guy from leaving because, like you said, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Like, you don't, some people don't know who their father is. So you can't, any guy who slept with her, make him stay or whatever. But now that I really think about it, like I mentioned earlier, that's probably why the system is the way it is.
But for the fellas, sometimes you do have some guys that take up their responsibility, because some of these women shouldn't really be mothers.
Yeah.
You might carry the child, but that don't make you a good mom. Right, because like you look at these moms who murdered their kids, the lady who put her kids in the freezer. Then you got the dads who were like, I didn't know this situation was going on. You have to stay in contact with your child or know the woman you're laying with, because anytime you could have stepped in and took that child, but they didn't have anywhere to go.
Exactly.
So, you really do have to be careful who you lay with and create with. So,
Well, on a more positive note, speaking of moms, model Chrissy Teigen, that is John Legend's wife.
Yes.
I love her, by the way. So she had to fire back onto some fans on Twitter.
yes, Chrissy Teigen is pregnant, and she had a pregnant woman craving for Crunch Berries and Fruity Pebbles. So she just mixed them together, like Drake's Back to Back. She just put them together and ate them. And child, she posted her picture on Twitter. Those folks went crazy on her. Talking about, because it has dye and sugar, and talking about she was being unhealthy. Chrissy Teigen went in.
What she saying?
She basically said, if you want to get on me about what I'm doing, why don't you unlock your profile from private and show me your perfection? Then she went on to say, not only am I going to take a trapeze class, I want to fix me some vodka drinks, take a jump in the hot tub. She went in, and then she said she was going to buy a sumo wrestling suit and sumo wrestle strangers. Basically saying, this is my body, my pregnancy, and I will do it my way. Please and thank you. So
Get them together. See, that's why I like her, because
She
will speak her mind. She's a model, and a lot of times people think models are airheaded, but she's really not. She's super cool. All right, so guys, we're going to move on to this other topic. It's actually not on our rundown because it's just so crazy, because I've always heard about this happening or like people joking about it, but I didn't think this would really, really happen, you guys. So a man got killed over the last piece of chicken.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw
You said that
Oh,
happened.
yeah, that happened. I believe it.
CJ.
It was fried too, wasn't it? Tell me. Shame the devil. Tell the truth. It was fried.
I think it was, actually.
Child, let me tell you.
What it says is a man has been arrested and charged for allegedly fatally stabbing a man who took the last piece of chicken at dinner. Renato Rivera, who's 38, is charged with murder for allegedly killing Darwin Gardinez, who's 34, on October 30th. According to police, 5 men were making dinner and drinking, and Rivera became angry when Gomez had took the last piece of chicken. Both men got into an argument that escalated into a fistfight in the parking lot of a complex when Rivera stabbed Gomez, fled the scene with the knife. He later returned to the scene and admitted to the police that he stabbed him. And
Wait a minute. Did you see that picture though with that patch on his eye? So he was getting the best of him, and he got mad and took that knife out of him, because he was getting some blows in. Because most people mugshot don't have a little patch over the eye when the person be the killer.
He got some patchwork done.
Oh, he got him good.
But over the last piece of chicken, I don't know, BJ. You've been talking about Popeye's chicken for the past couple of weeks.
Let me tell you, that secret recipe, it talked to you. And let me tell you his story though.
Okay, go ahead.
He had a long day at work. All he wanted was come home, chill with his friends, eat some chicken. And brother man said no, and he was fed up. All his life, he had to fight. And tonight, that was the night. So he said, if I'm going down, He all the way. So I'm just saying, y'all. And I heard about food killing folks, but I'm just saying.
BJ,
Child.
you a mess. All right, so here's another story I found on social media. Okay, so a man wakes up after a bachelor party with some Ray-Ban glasses tattooed on his face.
I saw that.
Now, look at the picture, Tiffany. Like, I read into this story. It's actually a lot different than the headline
I just
says
want
it
to know
is.
where he work at.
First of all, this story is super, super crazy. So, I mean, it's a lot different than what you think it is. Let me see.
I wonder if he's an executive or something at a company. He went in with that Ray-Ban.
No, what happened is it happened a long time ago. That's a great. First of all, let's backtrack because it happened a long time ago. And what happened was he recently just got the tattoo, the removal, but it happened a while ago. But we'll start from the beginning. How drunk were you? For some, I don't have any tattoos, but I'm assuming that they hurt, especially on your face. For somebody to legit tattoo a whole fake eyeglasses with detail on it. It wasn't like just a round circle. They actually wrote Ray-Ban in the side of it on your face.
That old jailhouse tattoo, I'm just saying, it looked like... What were they doing at this bachelor party? First of all, it looks like a bootleg real-life version of the movie, The Bachelor Party.
Yeah.
I don't get this. I mean, it looked like whoever tattooed his face must have got the contract from Tyson and from Gucci Mane. Because that right there, I mean...
And it said the man had no memory of the tattoo. He said, waking up the morning after, I thought someone had used a permanent marker on my face, he said. And he said, I had no memory of getting the tattoo because I had gone out celebrating, and when it happened, I was drunk.
Come on.
I'm still not buying that,
He took that
though.
Black China route.
Okay. I wonder what they was drinking.
Exactly.
What was in your cup?
Somebody must have roofied your stuff because
Yes.
regular alcohol don't do that.
Keep
But
Bill
it says
Cosby off your guest list.
it's been years since he had the tattoo. But what he said is that, after years of basically walking around with it, he was wondering, is it embarrassing my family? He says, the next morning, I really started to think about my family and my friends and thought, I don't want them to be embarrassed when they're out with me. So I decided then and there that I would get it removed. So he wore it for years. And then just one day was like, y'all don't like this no more?
I mean, but I want to know more about the story. Did he cover it up with real shades, or was he really getting his contour and foundation on? Because that's tacky.
Well, you know what? I'm looking at the picture, and it looks like he has a back of a head tattoo. So this just might be that type of guy. Because I'm not buying the whole I was so drunk I didn't feel somebody legit just tattoo all over my face. And then here's the hole. Let's poke some holes in the story. You have tattoos, sir. So like I said, I don't have any, but I've seen them done. Your skin is raw after it's done. So how can you say you thought it was a magic marker? Come on, sir.
It's more to that. He not getting into the details.
It was more than just a drink.
Yeah.
But here's some craziness. I saw this earlier today. I just definitely had to share it. Now this person wins the I Don't Give a Blank award, like 0 F's to give away.
What they do?
This grandfather had left his 5-year-old granddaughter. He was in the woods. They were camping. He left her alone with the loaded gun and said, if you see any bad guys, shoot them. I'm going to the bar.
Oh, that's Grandpa. He take care of business.
That's your papa?
Baby girl need to learn what's going on. Because let me tell you, do they live down the street from the dude that stabbed the guy over some chicken? Times is hard. You got to watch your back. I'm just saying, she might have had some fruit roll-ups that Gomez wanted, and she was just watching her back. So, I mean, but in all honesty, a 5-year-old with a loaded gun,
and it was cocked, girl. It was ready to go.
Child.
Looked like we was in a foreign country.
Yeah. And this was where?
This is in Arizona. It says a man is accused of leaving his 5-year-old granddaughter alone in the desert with a loaded gun.
Is that the one where they had the mug shot of him look like he was about to cry?
No. He was actually kind of smiling at his mugshot. It was kind of weird. But it said that Rather, that's his last name. His name is Paul Rather. It took his granddaughter for a ride to the desert in his new pickup truck on Sunday. He told authorities that his vehicle got stuck, so they had to walk for help because he left his cell phone at home. And so he basically told his daughter or his granddaughter to stay there. Here's this gun. Shoot any bad guys you see. They found him later on in a bar having dinner.
I know, but see, I do not believe that
Was she
story.
inside a tent? Like, what? She was just out in the middle of the woods?
With a loaded gun at 5 years old.
Yep.
Well, I mean, kids these days, I mean, they are mature, but not that mature. She could have hurt herself. I mean, I know he went to jail, child abuse or something.
of course.
But
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a quick question. This was in Arizona. Where was the chicken incident?
That was in Houston, Texas.
Okay, I just making sure. I just wanted to follow up now because, it might be something going on, but okay.
No, the craziness. Like, guys, the stories that I saw this week is pretty awesome in a very, very crazy way. So, BJ, what can we give this as far as hashtag?
Well, my hashtag for the week, and like I said, it's going into the beginning of a new month, and, October is over with, Halloween is over with, a lot of craziness happening. So, my hashtag is chop chop. Basically saying it's no time to waste. Chop chop. Let's get to it. It's the end of the year, so any dreams or goals you have, let's move on with it. And chop chop. Let's get away from this craziness.
And chop chop. That's my chicken.
Get yourself.
I mean, he stabbed. I thought you was gonna go
chop,
with
chop. I mean,
like that's
right.
I thought you were gonna go with that.
Let's, and if you notice this craziness going on, chop chop. Get out the car, back away. So, I mean, it's too much going on. Life is precious. Let's think clearly and let's think smart. So,
sounds good. Hashtag chop chop. All right, guys, you're listening to The Real with Rachel D. And I want you guys to keep it here because when we come back, I'm going to give you some fantastic, fun things to get into this weekend. Coming up, we have Jagged Edge featuring Domaine Dupree. Where the party at?
All right, and that was Jagged Edge. Where the party at? That was my jam, girl.
I know.
And speaking of where the party at, Rachel, where is the party at?
Guys, there's a lot of things to get into this weekend. So you know that Halloween was just passed. And, there's still a lot of Halloween-themed things that you can get into. So if you guys do not have anything going on, this right here is kind of interesting that's happening. I might be a little scared to do it, but there's actually an interactive Sleepy Hollow. Interactive.
Like they throwing pumpkins at you?
I don't know. Or they might be trying to get your head off, whichever way. But it says, beware of the headless horseman. The roving, mysterious storytellers will tell you through the haunted grounds of the meadow of Sherby in Chattahoochee Hills during the Sleepy Hollow experience. The discount tickets are $13.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, and you can find out, more information on events12.com. There's actually a Young Frankenstein the musical. I would totally do something like that.
That sounds interesting, though.
So it is a live musical by Mel Brooks that spoofs the horror film genre of the Jenny T. Anderson's Theater, which is in Marietta, and discount tickets are $20. And there's an Irish festival, which is always fun because Irish people are known for their beers and their gingers. So Irish Fest Atlanta has a traditional evening concert, workshops, children activities, a Friday buffet, and a Saturday dance, and that's going to be in Atlanta. And of course, and I always like to promote them because they are actually friends to the show, Netherworld Haunted House is still going on.
Oh, wow.
They are. I think that this weekend is going to be the last weekend.
Oh, wow. Still scaring people.
Absolutely. So Netherworld thrills and terrifies with stunt actors and intense makeup, movie quality special effects, and details set at a large house in Norcross. I was actually up the street from my old apartment.
Really?
Yeah, and they do extremely well. So, guys, if you missed out on Halloween, let's just say that you happen to have left one of your best friends and went to Miami and stuff for Halloween and just broke your tradition, but you still want to enjoy Halloween with your friends, there's a lot of Halloween themes that you can still get into this weekend, so make sure you go to events12.com.
It's a little dark over here. It was a little shade thrown. Let me
What's
get
the
back
shade?
in the light.
I'm just saying. Just leave me. Jeez. So what are you ladies getting into over the weekends?
I think I like that Irish patty thing, but I don't know. I got some clothes I need to take back and my money for that I wore already, so it just depends.
Wait, there's one more thing I have to say, that there is a Veterans Day parade, and that's going to go happen downtown Atlanta.
When is this?
That's going to be this weekend on November 7th, and it starts at 11 a.m.
I think it's going to be good weather. I think that's go support our troops that serve. That sounds like a great idea.
Absolutely. There's also a Women Expo. Guys, there's tons of things to get into this weekend. Again, make sure you visit events12.com. So, I guess it's time to wrap up the show. We had a lot to talk about. It's been a while since we have not had a guest, but, this week had tons of things that we just must talk about. And there's tons of stuff we actually didn't even get a chance to get to, I don't think. But that's just fine because we enjoyed it. Ladies, I really enjoyed having you.
Yes, it was great.
It was awesome.
Candylicious.
All right. So, Miss BJ, what's the hashtag again?
Chop, chop.
Girl, chop, chop. Get your lives together,
Yes,
ladies
if you
and
patting
gentlemen.
that wig because it's time to get it did, chop, chop. Let's get it done.
So, why did you say that right
saying
after?
chop, chop.
Really?
Like, right? Did you see?
Chop, chop.
Okay.
I just patted my hair.
You didn't pat, you
Is it
scratched.
what you
That's all. It's okay.
Oh.
If your eyelashes leaning to the side, don't let it go. Chop, chop. Let's
Wait
get
a
it.
minute. I might be tired of my eyelashes leaning to the side. Come on, bitch. Give me a little room.
So I know, because, when I go get my eyebrows done, the lady said, what took you so long? I mean, I'm like, goodness gracious. She pulled out that big ball of thread. So I'm just saying, chop, chop.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't get my eyebrows waxed tweezed, but boy, they be trying to tackle me. They want to so bad.
Yeah.
When they get your nail, they be trying to add on. You want to get your? No, don't even touch it.
I look like a wild squirrel just sitting on my forehead sometimes. Not today, but I'm just
do.
saying.
Then I got that crazy eyebrow right there. Like that.
Girl, National Geographic.
Y'all are too much. But guys, thank you again so much for listening, and make sure that you go on social media and you give us some support on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, and YouTube at The Real with Rachel D. So we're going to wrap it up, and we hope to see you again or hear from you again next week, or of course you're going to hear from us. See y'all next time.